Greetings and welcome, fellow techno soldiers. Today we are going to be having a look at this passion project which is called Stellar Plans. Coming right up after this short intro sequence.
Dungeons keep, monsters hide, never sleep. Swords and guns, battles won, tiny bot on the run. We are techno soldiers, yeah. Fantasy land, our mission's clear. With our steel and fire, we conquer every desire. Mystic lands, fading hands, brave and bold, take a stand. Darkness comes, we won't fall. Shining light, answer call. We are techno soldiers, yeah. Fantasy land, our mission's clear. With our steel and fire, we conquer every desire.
So, greetings and welcome, techno soldiers. I first want to apologise about my lack of appearance on YouTube over the past couple of weeks. I have mostly just been working on real life situations. Unfortunately, real life stuff does take priority over trying to do my YouTube channel. So I had a lot of personal stuff that I need to focus on. That plus playing a heck of a lot of games, but that's neither here nor there. Yes, 2024 has been an exceptional year for solo developers. They're coming out of the woodworks left, right and centre. I mean, we've had like Lethal Company, Starship Demo, all of those space trucking games, VR, and now Stellar Plans, which have been really top on my list as of late, as it has been a remarkable game. And some of the stuff that I've seen these solo developers are creating are really awesome in their own elements. So, Stellar Plans, let's take off and dust off the old hat, shall we? And have a look at this. So firstly, the owner and developers of Stellar Plans is a company called Universe Ocean, which is a sole creator and user called Stellar Plan VR. Okay, so, well, I don't actually know the owner's name, but going on the when I talk to him on Twitter or X as it's now called, he normally goes by Stellar Plans VR or Stellar. I keep getting Stellar Plans and Stellar Planes mixed up, but yeah, Stellar Plan VR. He is the only person that I know that has been making this game. It's been like a passion project for him for a good number of years now, and he has been working on this, and he is doing a pretty decent job of this making this game. There are some ups, there are some downs, and there are some things that twist all the way around, but we'll go into each and every single one of these. First up, I want to talk about the difficulty scale. Yes, this game when I first played this game, keep in mind, I do want to say, because this game I played a full complete run through from beginning to end on the 5th of August 2024. So there may be changes, because I know that between that time and making of this video, he has actually updated his game a bit due to people's feedback. So some of this may be a bit out of date, some of it may still be in line. But when I first played it, I found that the difficulty scale was really something to take note of, and not let it look like an upward spike, but more of a downward curve. When you start the game, you're given like a pistol and legions of soldiers and monsters trying to kill you. You go through a door, and the initial tutorial, you go through the door and you kill like a couple of people, and then someone snipes you in the back. It is quite hard, to which I kind of considered it a Dark Souls of VR, which, as the masochist I am, I kind of like, because hey, you go through, you can get one-shotted by an enemy that's like 200 yards away off in the distance that you can't see. You're walking through an enemy thing, bam, you got killed. Now you've got to try and figure out who it is. You come out again, then you realise that there's like snipers on the ledge on the other side of the map that's trying to shoot you, and they've got pinpoint accuracy. Yeah, so at the very beginning, it is very hard, especially as you said, you've got like a pistol, and the enemies, they can one-shot you with pinpoint accuracy from across the map, and you find it very hard to actually see them. But if you manage to work your way through this, and then on the second level you're mobbed by 100 odd people all at the same time, and get instantly mullered. But yeah, each of these times that you get killed, or each of the times that you kill, you gain experience points, which you can earn to level up certain things or buy things in the store later, which I think is a good thing. But reason I say it's more of a downward curve rather than an uphill spike, because although it's quite hard at the beginning, you get lots and lots of upgrades and opportunities to upgrade and improve yourself, increase mana. You find new weapons, you find automatic weapons, you increase the clip size, and before you know it, you're a super duper ultra overpowered war machine. I just found out that I upgrade my damage so much and my ammo capacity that I could pretty much solo an entire map of like 100 people with just one clip, because I just got my clip so overpowered of like 256 bullets in my clip that was originally supposed to be like 12, and yeah, the ammo is scattered all over the place for the so that you can reload if you ever run out. But yeah, when it got nearer to the end game, I found out that I was just mowing people down left, right and centre, including bosses, without realising that I just killed a boss. That's the difficulty curve that it goes into at the beginning. Now, I do have like my own sort of suggestions for these, but I will, such as maybe introduce some like gates for certain the bosses, so that you have to kill like 20 people, and then the monster spawns, you take him down, then you have to like kill another 20 more people because he's invulnerable, or have some sort of key that you need to get, or you can only shoot certain parts of him. But yeah, at the moment the bosses simply just happens to be your average person that's bigger and has more health pool. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not making a good impression of actually playing this game. It's difficult, it's very hard at the beginning, but the difficulty curve spikes downwards near the end. Now, he did say that he has done a rebalancing on the difficulty, such as make the starter pistol that you get do more damage. But I personally would like it. I mean, I didn't want the difficulty to change at the beginning, because I really kind of like that, trying to have to work out in your head as to where everyone is, and over time, as you become more and more overpowered, OP, you then start running through like thousands of or hordes of enemies that just keep spawning left, right, and centre, and behind you. That was one of the annoying things that I found at the early level, is that monsters will appear right behind you when you least expect it, and that is when you most expect it as well. But yeah, it does constantly keep you on your guard, and I do think that's a good thing, because at any moment it could kill you and you have to start the whole thing over again. Now, that's the one thing that I didn't like about this difficulty curve, was that if you went out, explored the map, and you found an item, unless you complete the game, unless you complete the map, you don't get to keep that item. So if you die shortly after finding that item, you lose the item. I personally would think as soon as you discover an item by picking it up, that would be yours to keep, so that if you do die, you can then you can then gain it again. And I think that will be good to help people for exploring maps when it is at such a high difficulty level. Now, as we go on, I do want to talk about the maps next, and that is, I noticed that the maps go from being really good at the beginning, in the middle. I do like the climbing level designs of quite a few of them, like the Aztec undergrounds, the deep cave where I'm climbing over the precipice edges. But when you got to the end game level, it did seem kind of flat and, well, plain. And for an end level map, I was thinking that I was a little bit disappointed about how it's designed. However, as I said, keep in mind, this game is being made by one person. I can completely understand why this will be the case, because you want to make if you're making the game and you're starting out, you want to make the first few levels really look good, because that's what everyone's going to see. And if it does get too hard for some people, people will quit out of the game before they ever get to see the last map. So why put all that effort into an end game map that no one's going to get to see, because they might find the first few levels too difficult. However, I do hope that the end level maps do get a sort of a restructure, maybe look a little bit more impressive, because they are kind of, as I said, they are kind of like plain and flat as it is at the moment. And yeah, as I said, the end level boss, the end game boss, does need to have a little bit more than what we've got going at the moment. That was one of my main criticisms about the boss. Bosses in general just seem to be bigger sponges of all the other mobs. They need to have a sort of theme that's going for them. So, for example, for the end level boss, we have people praying to him, which does nothing. So how about for the end level boss, we have like hordes of people praying around a crystal that you have to destroy, because this crystal is providing mana and power and shields to the end level boss. And there's like 5 crystals, so the actual goal of killing the boss isn't just like defeating the large amount of sponge, but having to go through section to section to section before you can actually attempt at harming the actual boss. Just an idea, just some thoughts for you. If he's watching, I'm sure he will be watching this. But yeah. Overall, the game is quite an impressive game for the work of one person to be doing this as their passion project. I think it's on Steam right now for about £5 or £6, so it's nothing that's going to break the bank or anything. So it'll be quite easy just to give it a little try out for yourself. There is even a demo out there that you can actually try for free, so I honestly do recommend giving that a try. Well, one of the main things that I have said in gaming is that there's two things that you really need. You need something to shoot and something to shoot that something with. So guns and enemies. and this game does have it in spades. The pickups in this game is really quite impressive. As you go around the game, you do find there are a lot of hidden chests which you can pick up and get better gear to improve your stats, or you can decide if you want like armor polens or arm braces. You also got different types of swords, different types of shields, you've got different types of weapons, you've got sniper rifles, you've got pistols, you've got assault guns, you've got semi-automatics. Yeah, it does have a lot of weapons that you can use, and multiple different types of each weapons. You've got attachments for the weapons that you can find in little areas, and also you can find apples to help increase your health permanently. Yeah, I wish that I could increase my health by eating a whole bunch of apples, but yeah, there are a lot of chests that are around the place that when you find will give you some type of equipment that will be beneficial to you. As I said earlier in this game, which to its discredit as well as credit will help improve you. As I said, the apples was a weird design choice, I believe. That if you find an apple, pick it up, eat it, your health permanently increases by a number of points. And there are a lot of these around. So that's why I said I became so OP, because of all of the gear that I picked up, all of the mods that I used to adjust my characters, and every single day your character is increased or improved by a certain random generated point. What is it? Talent. That was the word. Talent distributor, and you can get all different number of talents, such as like 20% chance to create critical damage, or my bullets does more damage, or sorry, I don't know if you heard that. But having people like running around outside at the moment. But yeah, so you can pick up lots of talent points for a whole number of different things, and yet, for some reason, I chose to go with the one-handed option, which was weird in itself. But yeah, over and all, I give this game a swinging sword and shooting gun out of 10. I do like it. It is a good game. It is very hard at the beginning, but like I said, the difficulty curve slopes down as you slowly OP yourself, and it becomes quite easy near the end as you increase. But isn't that why you grind and level up in certain RPG games? So that you can become OP and make everything your beat. But yeah, I like this game. It has its quirks. It is just a passion project for. Don't expect anything big. It's nothing like Boneworks or Blade and Sorcery or anything like that. But it is still a pretty decent game to actually give a try out. I heard, so I totally do recommend it. Either download it in the download it for the demo, or you've got like about 5-6 quids on the Steam store. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've done in creating this. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys out there.